everybody. I am in for the Welcome to Rockville Festival. And I know I've told fragments of the story here and there, but let's go ahead and do this video to let you guys know what's going on here. So, a friend of mine I went to high school with has a company that does touring rigs, for different companies who do promotional stuff for anybody who you see at like a festival or something when they have a booth where you can get free samples or you can buy t-shirts or whatever. He builds the rigs themselves. He doesn't necessarily do like the retail part of it, but he does the tour part of it and the setup part of it. Another company does like kind of more the retail part of it. So they wanted somebody to build a system that at first they told me it was a karaoke system, but it's not really what it is. It's not a karaoke system. What it is a sound system that you can do karaoke on, but it also has the ability to record up and coming artists. I think that's kind of the main focus of what this system is, where an artist can come in, like, I don't know, anybody, a singer, a rapper, whatever, give you a backing track, and they can perform live. And then what you can do is then record this live performance, the audio part of it, onto a USB flash drive that's branded with the company that we're working with. Hand it to them. That's their concept, not mine, theirs. So I had to come up with a way to do this. And a lot of people are using like Carafun and stuff to just do karaoke. But the problem with that is they wanted something you could use offline. So that was part of the challenge, right? Because, Carafun is kind of an online thing and it's just their files, where I wanted something where it was more, you could do a backing track on it. You could do an up and coming artist. So VDJ and Digitrack is what I chose. The library is very limited for karaoke with that, but you can download it into a cache and you can play those files. We tested it today, it worked really well. I've got a library of like 50 tracks for this particular festival that I programmed. And I will just back up and say that I wasn't hired to be the performer. I was hired to design a rig. Then I was hired to build the rig. Then I was hired to be the tech for the rig to show people how to run it. And then it was finally decided that, yeah, you know what, you just need to run it. Because there's a lot more involved with this than just DJing or karaoke or something. Because you're recording. And when you're recording, you got to get your levels right. You know what I mean? You have to make sure that your backing track and your vocal make sense together. You know what I mean? I was playing around with it. It seemed like 6 decibels seemed like the sweet spot for that. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier or not, but we did have somebody test it today. I thought it worked pretty well. I've got video of all this stuff, but what I need to do, excuse me, is I need to be able to take all this video, put it together, and edit it to take out copywritten songs that maybe happen to be in it. I'll make a really cool big video of my trip when I get home and I'm in front of my regular PC with all of that stuff. So, really, I appreciate your patience on this. This is just a quick live stream, and I thank all of you for supporting me on this. I know that some of you are even a little concerned about, a guy like me in my physical condition going out and doing a rather ambitious kind of tour date like this. But you know what? The people I'm working with are so nice, and I feel really comfortable with what I'm doing. So I think it's all going to be good. So today was like tech day. Today I went in and made sure everything worked with my machine. I brought my computer. So it all worked. There were a couple problems, There was some interference that I addressed. I figured out what it was and I fixed it. There was cellular interference. We talked about that in a video a while back, turning your phone off. Although nothing's wireless, I was still getting cellular interference. So I had to change some settings on my phone that was just in my pocket that was interfering with the system. And there was a video problem. We took care of that. There was some microphone noise issues. That was external. Took care of that. Blink twice. We know you weren't kidnapped. There we go. I'm good. See? Okay. Somebody asked, where are you in Florida? I'm in Daytona Beach for the festival. Welcome to Rockville. Look it up. It's major rock and roll music festival. So have a look at that. It's Metallica, Leonard Skinner, Slipknot, Offspring, Disturbed, all those guys, and it goes on for 4 days. So, it's going to be an adventure. Here's the interesting part, though, and you'll see this when I post the video of all this. And again, today was setup day, so I haven't like been there really performing with the rig yet. There are multiple stages at the Daytona 500 Speedway. So there's, I don't know, like two major stages, and then there's several smaller stages. Well, we are set up kind of, I don't know if I had to guess, distance wise, I'm not very good at this, but we're pretty close to the main stage. We're facing the side of kind of where the audience might be for the main stage, kind of toward the back of it. So, like, we're here and the main stage is here, right? And there's quite a distance there, but you can see it. And across from us is another vendor. And there's a big infield where people are going to be, gathering to watch the performances. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, I think we're going to be good. It's going to be loud, but we're going to be okay. I'm running Evolve 30Ms. And then I look out an hour later and they've set up arrays towards the back of this open area where the performer is going to be. So there's the stage with this giant, Metallica sound system. Then there's where all these people are going to be. And then behind those people, there's another array system that was set up. So I don't know how much anyone's going to hear anything that I do with this system. So it's basically at this point Evolve 30Ms versus Metallica sound system. I think Metallica will win. This was not my concept. I want to make this crystal clear. This was the assignment given to me, and this was the challenge. And when I asked all the questions, it's like, okay, how many people are we going to be performing in front of? Under 100. Perfect. The booth fits under 100. I don't want to interfere with other people, but I didn't realize we're going to be right next to main stages with this thing. So it'll be interesting. I may just be performing during band breaks. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So, I mean, acts are going on as early as noon. So I might just sit there until the act's over at 1 and maybe do something between 1 and 1:30 when the next act goes on. Whatever. Now, I think initially what they thought was going to happen was, and they built two sound systems for this, they thought what was going to happen was someone was going to be using this, we'll just call it a mobile recording studio rig with the karaoke on it and all that, and the up and coming singers able to sing the track to a backing track that we can play for them. And then when we weren't actually doing that actively, we wouldn't do anything. And they would like play like an iPod with Spotify on it or something, on this other system that's got speakers in the ceiling and a couple of EV 2A tops mounted to the side of this trailer. You'll see it. You'll see all this. So if you go on my Facebook, I posted a little picture of it today. But anyway, I think now that I got my computer there and I got all the tunes, I think I'm going to be DJing a lot more than I'm going to be doing anything else. So you can forget about the whole Spotify thing. I'm actually going to be playing some tunes. I believe that's what they're going to do. I don't even know if they're going to use the system, the second system. Anyway, I hope that's kind of how it goes. So anyway, that's what's going on. So it was all tech today. I'll set up, make sure it works. We already kind of knew that. We just wanted to make sure it worked. Of course, like I said, ran into a few little technical errors. They're handled. That's good. And yeah, I went in about 1, got out of there right before 7, but I wasn't working the whole time. Here and there, kind of waiting for people, approvals on things and such. tomorrow I need to be on site probably around 11 because we're going to open at noon. And they said they were going to shut things down. I thought I heard them right before the first opening act goes on for the main act. So if that's the case, we may be done at like 7:30 every day because that's what the schedule looks like. I got to look at it closer. And I think they're playing everything by ear. This is the first time out. This is a brand new promotional touring rig they've built. This concept is brand new. The company that runs kind of the what I want to call the retail end of things, and it's not really, I guess it's retail. I don't know, whatever you call it, the hospitality end of things. They are not even sure exactly how they're going to make it happen. But so I'm kind of both. You know, I'm the tech crew, the setup crew, and the hospitality crew. I'm all things, which is interesting. Not unusual, I guess, for me because I'm used to wearing several hats. You know, when I do things. The tech part would have been super easy. I would have just sat there and waited for whoever they got to run the rig to screw it up. But the trick would be to get somebody competent enough with the rig to um, even run it in the first place. Not that it's particularly hard. I mean, most of you could do it, I'm sure, but that's the thing that I'm thinking about. Part of me is saying, you know, I made this as easy as possible, but even at that, it still takes some skill, you know, a little bit of skill. Not only to troubleshoot, but to just operate and to get the mic volumes and the backing track volumes correct for recording purposes. Recording generally is pretty easy. What I'm using the Reloop tape system, super easy. At 320K, put a flash drive in, press record, main out. As long as my levels are good, it should be a decent recording. All this stuff is stuff that I kind of know and understand. You know, building the system and, you know, making recommendations on what we could use for, you know, all the different things they want to do with this system. But that's easy to me. That doesn't mean it's easy to anybody, you know? So what's cool about this gig, and I just, I'm enjoying this part of it. I couldn't enjoy it for a minute because, you know, it's a little stressful. Am I thinking right? You know, second guessing myself and all that. But really, the cool part about this whole thing is I'm really being appreciated for the talents that I bring to the table. You know, that's cool. The build, the tech, all that stuff. People are, I don't know, I guess recognizing for a change. You know, not being devalued, and they respect and appreciate my contribution to this project. That really means a lot. That is so cool, you know. Nothing but thank yous and hey, that's really cool, and hey, I really like this, and compliments on certain things like the speakers. Oh my God, they're going crazy over those Evolve 30Ms. Everybody there's like, I need a pair of these. How much are they? I saw you pop into the room, Jimmy Spin. Speaking of Jimmy Spin, that's James De Palma, Jimmy De Palma, good pal of mine. Jimmy actually created the um, karaoke sheets I'm going to be using. It's a cool sign up sheet. I couldn't figure out how to do this. There's a lot of people are doing this digital sign up thing, and it's cool and all, but you know, this is a rock festival. I don't want to have a bunch of tablets out, and that's going to get a lot more complicated. I wanted like simple, keep it simple, right? So I wanted to, you know, designate the songs that I put into the cache that I was going to have people sing. Pick 50 of them through process of elimination with a lot of DJs and karaoke people out there who helped me out a lot on that. Brian Kay helped me out on that. Oh boy, um, my brain. Matthew Shun helped me out on that. Even Jay Brandon helped me out on some of the programming stuff. Just checking myself. I mean, you know, we can't all be experts on everything. I just did a video on that for the Tuesday DJ Gig Tips. Anyway, Jimmy took these 50 tracks that we had decided would be the best tracks and made this badass sign up sheet. And I printed a whole bunch of them out, and I have them here. I brought them in my suitcase. I put them in a box, taped them up, and we showed them to the people who are running the hospitality into things today, and they thought they were really cool. And I played a karaoke song for them. Like I said, somebody sang. We had fun with it. So it looks good. It makes me look good. It makes the guy I'm doing this for look really good. Jimmy, thank you so much. It's all about working with others. It's about playing well with others. Somebody's Facebook bombing me. It looks like John Young. Interesting. Anyway, I got my I got my tablet here, so I'm kind of watching what's going on as I'm live streaming on my phone. And I hope this is okay. I thought I'd try it. And like I said, the video that I want to produce for this whole thing, I think it'll be pretty cool. I mean, I'm taking it from the airplane to the rental car to the hotel, taking you through the whole thing kind of real time, just little quick shots, kind of like we do with the gig log, but we're doing it with the trip this time. So it'll be something different. And, even if only 7 of you watch, I don't care. I'm having fun making it, and I think I'll have fun putting it together too. Um, well, thank you, Kurt. I mean, I just everybody's good at something, and I feel like I do okay with this thing, but again, there are parts of what we do that I'm not an expert in, and that's when uh, others come, really are useful when you have friends that can help out. I don't know if you can see this or not, but this is kind of what the setup looks like. As you can see, it looks an awful lot like my regular DJ setup because I showed them things that I was doing and they said, yes, we want that. Yes, we want that. I think it's actually a pretty good solution all in all. See if I can get this text off the screen. There we go. Now you can see a little better. So yeah, it looks like Brian Dowdle said, hey, what did you do? Have your mobile rig shipped down to Florida? He was serious. I was like, no, this is just what I built them. I love the Pro Event table. I think it's great height. It goes together easy. It looks pro. Well, do you like it or not? I like it, and I think people like it. Evolve 30Ms? Yeah, perfect system to go up against Metallica sound system. Why not? If you were saying, for like, 100 people with karaoke, um, and then the mixing board is a VJM 250, less convoluted with buttons and things than the 450, and quite a bit less money. So I felt was the perfect mixing board for the project at hand. Um, and then I'm using like a Yamaha mic mix from there or something like that. By the way, thanks so much for tuning into the live stream. Thanks for your likes that you guys are giving me. I appreciate those likes. And yeah, all of your support. Thank you so much for that. That's what's going on. That's the schedule for tomorrow. Be there by about 11 o'clock. It's going to take me some time after parking to actually get to the booth because I've got to park outside of the 500 Speedway, and then I have to walk under the first turn tunnel, I guess, to get to the area where this is actually happening. And then from there, it's going to be quite a walk to get to the booth that I'm going to be at. So I'm not even sure how to map it out. It was driven in today through a vendor entrance. I have a rental car. I hate it, but it works. I'm old. Blanca tells me I'm old school. I like old cars. These new cars just piss me off. It's got a push button transmission on it. It's like, what is this? A 1959 Edsel? Come on, aren't we past this crap? Yeah, it's some, I don't know what the hell, some GMC Terrain or something with a push button transmission, and it just pisses me off. Uh, but anyway, do you guys have any questions? If you got questions, I would love to answer them for you. Fourth turn to Palma Tower. No, I'm first turn. Fourth turn to Palma Tower would be the walk of death for a guy like me. Oh my god. But the vendor entrance is that entrance. It's entrance 40 or something like that. Or maybe 4. I don't know. Oh, let me show you this. While I'm waiting for you guys to come up with really clever questions for me that I will do my best to answer. So every day as a vendor, we have to have a different set of credentials to get inside. Believe it or not, every day, every single day, it's actually going to be a different color wristband. So I have wristbands labeled Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it looks like I might have an extra here. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so here's Friday, right? This is my Friday work band. And then here is Friday arms, by the way. If you never experienced a wristband like this, try putting these on one-handed. It'll be fun. All right. Well, we have, oops, a blue Saturday. And we have a purple Sunday. So every day I got to bring a different wristband or have a different wristband on my arm. I'll probably just collect them on my right arm because I'm not using it anyway. I can't put it on my left by myself. Or maybe the night before, I will have some nice person at the booth I'm working at put on the wristband for me. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm keeping these in my wallet. And of course, I've got a parking pass that is in my rental car that I hate. So I'll be able to just park there for, a working guy every day. It won't cost me anything. They'll wait me right in. So anyway, that's what's going on. I'm reading the messages here. But yeah, an actual gig, not a DJ conference or anything like that. And I tell you what I did, and I do this a lot with things. I've just found it's effective for me. Is I always hope for the best, but I do at the same time prepare for the worst. I think that's the way to go. I didn't do that when I went to St. Louis last week to do the tech thing, but I did it this time. I was really prepared for the worst. And so far, it's been fantastic. It's been easy. The thing I have the most anxiety about really is getting up in time to be there. Staying up during it isn't a problem. Performing it isn't a problem. Teching isn't a problem. It's literally waking up in time to get there. I struggle with that. So I've got my mother calling me. I'm setting an alarm. Probably have Blanca calling me too, just to make sure I'm up in time, getting plenty of sleep. And by the way, I'm the most boring guy in the world. I'm at Daytona Beach by myself with a rental car. I have a free night. What is it? Is it 8 o'clock? Maybe it's 9 o'clock. I don't know. It's not that late. Because I'm boring. But anyway, that should do it for this live stream. I think I've had enough. I'm sure you have too. Just want to let you know what's going on. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your support. And I will get a video up with all of the stuff that I'm talking about when I get home. And if you like the live stream, let me know. I'll try to do another one. Why not, right? It's getting loud out there. Oh, by the way, no one else is in my hotel. I'm here all by myself. So I don't know who these people are. They're from some other thing. But anyway, take care, guys. We'll see you soon. As soon as I figure out how to turn this off, I will bid you practice and enjoy. Would it be this button?